Hola everyone, JB Thrills here back with another video, and today we're talking about Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. Arguably one of Six Flags' most favorite theme parks, and the one that gets the most coasters. This park is definitely the most popular of all the Six Flags parks in the chain, and it's not surprising that every year they get a brand new coaster. Well, almost every year, but they do get them very frequently. And with Wonder Woman Flight of Courage opening this year in 2022, you can't help but wonder what's next for Magic Mountain, and is another giant addition coming very soon? Well, after some further investigation, it's safe to say Magic Mountain will get another new attraction very soon. But it's not a coaster, and they're not going to get a coaster anytime soon. Yes, I know this is very far-fetched, but it's very likely, and it's honestly the better decision to make, rather than another giant coaster, when other Six Flags parks could get this instead. So what is their new attraction? Well, in today's video, I'll be discussing exactly that, and make an early prediction on what Magic Mountain could be getting in the near future. But before I get into my theory, I would like to say, if you're new here, welcome to the channel for all those thrill seekers. JB Thrills is a different roller coaster YouTuber channel. Instead, we just talk about any thrill ride, no matter the location, park, or type of ride. Coaster, flat ride, walkthrough, water park, you name it. And if you're a thrill seeker and like my content, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and tap the notification button to know when new videos arrive on my channel. And special thanks to all of you who have previously been subscribed and have been watching my channel for a while now. You guys are the best. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So Six Flags Magic Mountain getting a new attraction isn't that surprising. I mean, they basically get one every year and they're always really good. The thing is, even the best theme parks have their complaints, and Magic Mountain has plenty, ranging from low theming to being very extra with their coasters. We understand they're trying to beat the record with Cedar Point and get 20 coasters in the park, which they accomplished this year. But people are getting sick and tired of so many roller coasters. And yes, I really did say that. Roller coasters are amazing, but there is such a thing as so many roller coasters. You can't just have a theme park full of just extreme and giant roller coasters. There's also families to think about. And while Six Flags' demographic is mainly teenagers and young adults, it doesn't mean you can't be giving rides to family members. And especially this year, Magic Mountain needs some more care. And I think the new CEO recognizes that, as he wants to get more money into their park. So the only way for that to happen is by giving something that everyone wants. So how does this lead into Magic Mountain's new attraction? Well, I have a very bold prediction, which is Six Flags Magic Mountain will not be getting any coasters. For a while at least. With the new CEO trying to get lots of money for Six Flags, you can't get money from a theme park that only has roller coasters. So they will really have to invest and care for every park in their chain, so they can't be playing favorites. So it's time for Magic Mountain to not become a favorite and get a new roller coaster every year in the next coming years. Instead, other parks should get major coasters. But what's going to happen to Magic Mountain in the meantime? Well, that's where my theory steps in. With no coasters, you can solve the problem that Magic Mountain has been having, which is lack of flat rides. And any flat ride is up on the list. But see, that's not what I'm talking about. A flat ride is okay, but if you're only putting thrilling flat rides, that's not going to help out the park. So, I have a foolproof, fully thought out plan that I would like to share for Magic Mountain, and how we can make this park a lot better. Plus, I think I can predict what their next attraction will be, and maybe even where it'll be located. So let's start with the obvious. Magic Mountain is a very big theme park, and they have lots of room. So fitting in attractions will not be a problem ever. But out of all these areas, which areas need the most work? After looking around, I finally came up with a conclusion of the two most needed areas that needed work. Number 1 is Samurai Mountain, and number 2 is the Scream Punk District. After visiting Magic Mountain firsthand in 2021, this park was really lacking in both of these areas. Sure, they have great attractions in both zones, but the area itself was not really taken care of. Scream Punk District had the theming, but it was lacking a lot of attractions to be in that area. And Samurai Mountain is the abandoned part of the park, super high up in the mountain with a long trek that will definitely give you some thigh cramping, with minimum attractions on top. And while there is some very oriental theming, it's not really active with the guests, and it just looks very abandoned. The facades are really taken care of, and while there is theming up there, again, it's not taken care of and looks like leftover Fright Fest designs. But in reality, that whole area was very themed in the past. with a whole stage in there and so much opportunity, and now it's all to waste. Its only use is riding 2 or 3 attractions up there. And yeah, I'm not including the tower, because the tower is another part of the park that's been abandoned for a very long time. So out of both, Samurai Mountain definitely needs the most work. But first, let's start in the Screampunk District to show the easy fix for this area. Like I said, Screampunk District is very lacking. Its theming is 10 out of 10, but there's only 2 attractions in there, so it's not really much of a themed land. With the amount of room they got, honestly they can put 2 big flat rides in there, one of which can be a Super Air Race, and the other can be anything. I would rather see a family attraction though, because Magic Mountain needs some more family attractions. With that, the area is pretty solid now, and it's actually became an area. Of course, add some more theming and you're done. Another great idea would be a walkthrough attraction in the Screampunk District. Almost like Casa Magnetica, there can be a walkthrough attraction of you walking to the laboratory of some wacky scientist, and you're seeing all of his inventions. And it's more of a fun house with slides, trippy walkways, and more. Again, adding another new experience to the park, which would be perfect. And honestly, this is the best way to start upgrading Magic Mountain, because it's a lot cheaper, and like I said, Screampunk District is the easiest place to fix first. And while they're working on Screampunk District, they can be multitasking and work on Samurai Summit as well. And now, moving on to Samurai Summit, there's a lot of issues with this area of the park. First of all, it's in a really high elevated place, so transportation to that area is extremely hard. And yes, they got help for Honda Express, but it doesn't always work. And when it doesn't, you're walking up there no matter what. Then, it's not even worth the walk, because there's only 4 attractions up there. Ninja, Tatsu, Superman, and the Tower, which the Tower is not working and it's basically defunct. So 3 attractions. Then, there's no food stands that actually work there because they're all closed. And all of the area looks very abandoned. So yeah, this area needs a lot of work. First off, they need more attractions on top of Samurai Summit to attract people to go up there. I'm thinking add like a giant attraction on top that will take you over the edge of the mountain. Maybe like a Screaming Swing. Or another scenic attraction like a Starflyer that will fly above the mountain. And Theme Park Predictions actually had an idea to add a Starflyer on top of the mountain to replace the original tower. But honestly, I think they should keep the Starflyer and the tower. Reopen the tower and add a more thrill with the Starflyer. Make it even more thrilling by adding the laying down seats like they added with Fiesta Texas for the limited time event. And just like that, you got a really good solid lineup on top of Samurai Summit. They can also reopen the stadium and actually have shows in there. And maybe even add a restaurant that's on the edge of the cliff with like a patio where you can see the entire park. And it can be Asian cuisine, which would honestly be really great. And they can add more theming to the entire area. Maybe adding paper lanterns on the walkway. And maybe even have a special event to celebrate New Lunar New Year. All great ideas. But what do these upgrades have to do with Magic Mountain's next attraction? Well, like I said, it can be a flat ride. But see, my real prediction is that Magic Mountain will get a brand new transportation attraction. They've been needing it for the longest time. They used to have many transportation options, from a train that went around the park, a failed monorail, dragon cars that would take you up Samurai Summit, and of course the last one remaining, which is helpful Honda Express. Now what if they add a brand new transportation, like maybe an upgraded monorail, that will take you around the entire park, and can mainly take you on top of Samurai Summit. This will help those who cannot walk that much, and it can help you get around the park a lot quicker. In fact, they can make this monorail go into the parking lot as well, which solves another issue at Magic Mountain, which is the long walk to your car. It also adds another attraction to allow people to rest, especially when walking around the entire park. The monorail doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, they can go a Disneyland route, but it can also be a cheaper option like those normal monorails you see at the zoos. And maybe they can even theme the monorail by allowing for this attraction to tell the history of Magic Mountain, to keep the history alive. Or the ride can have its own story. It honestly doesn't matter. But I think a transportation attraction is in the near future for Magic Mountain. And it's honestly the best investment, because 1, it brings another attraction to Magic Mountain that's not a coaster, and 2, it can allow for other Six Flags parks like St. Louis or Frontier City to get more attractions, rather than playing favorites, because like this, Six Flags can definitely make more money, instead of this weird season pass policy that the CEO made, which we'll talk about in a future video. And as for a time frame for when this train or monorail can come to the park, I honestly don't know yet. In my opinion, I think the next thing that they need to worry about is fixing the tower at Magic Mountain, because it's an icon for a park, and for it to not be operating is just very disappointing. Maybe install a ride on the tower, or actually open it and upgrade it. It honestly doesn't matter. What I can for sure predict is that Samurai Summit will be getting work soon. I know that Six Flags is looking at this area and knows that it has potential, and if they really invest a lot in it, we can see lots of good things come to this area of the park. And Magic Mountain can be even better with not only being known for coasters, but also being known for the experience, which is highly important in a theme park. But in result, Magic Mountain not getting a coaster after Wonder Woman actually makes sense. Right now they're very stacked coaster-wise, and they should really focus on other activities, because coasters alone don't make a park good. And yes, that'll trigger a lot of coaster enthusiasts, but it's facts. Anyways, what do you think about Magic Mountain? Should they get a new monorail system or a type of transportation in their park? And what do you think they should do with Samurai Summit? Comment down below. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is JV Thrills, signing out.